Morning folks. As I did a video the other day about my brewing setup, my mash tun and my boiler, I thought I'd do a quick vid of where I ferment. I use just a utility room in my house. As you can see, there's bits of crap everywhere, but it's got a constant temperature. It's about 18 degrees, between 17 and 18 degrees all year round. I'm currently fermenting 3 beers that I made this weekend, seeing as the weather was nice and I brew outside, and that's my bottling bucket in the background. So this beer here, I've used closed fermentation on this one. There's my blow off in the background, and that is a pale using SARS hops for a bit of aroma. The reason I use SARS hops is because I've never really used them before, and I had them in my fridge, in my freezer, and they needed using up. In that I've used a WLP 001, just an ale yeast. It's quite clean, clean fermenting, so hopefully the malt and the hops should come through. This is that Answer's wheat clone that I made. In the end I decided to use Nelson hops instead of the Cascade it asked for. The reason I did that, as I said in my other video, I thought I'd add fruitiness to it, so we'll see how it goes. I've never made it before, and if I don't like it, it's only beer, isn't it? I had a bit of trouble with this one. I used I harvest my yeast and I wash it, rinse it and store it in the fridge, and I think one of them, the one that I used for this, which was a Thwaites Nutty Black, Thwaites Nutty Dark, something like that, the yeast out the bottom I'd harvested, and I think the jar I got pushed to the back of the fridge, and the cold temperature right at the very back had killed it, because I pitched it, came back about 12 hours later, 15 hours later, and there was nothing. So luckily I keep a fresh packet of SO4 and a USO5 in my fridge for emergencies, and I just chucked the SO4 in. It's probably not going to taste as I wanted it, because I really like that yeast strain, and SO4 is good, but it's just a bit plain, isn't it? So we'll see. And this is I come to the end of my sacks of malt. I buy big sacks of malt, and I just had 2.5 kilos left, so I did 2.5 kilos of the malt, 2.5 kilos of wheat, and I've made similar to this. I made a wheat beer, and I used, what yeast did I use for that? Oh yeah, I used a Belgian, was it? Let's have a look. I used this WLP 550 because I had it knocking around. And I needed using up, and I thought, well, it's the last of my malt, I might as well have a bit of an experiment. And I used Cascade hops, some Goldings, East Kent Goldings from Cascade, and some Bobek for aroma, and that Belgian yeast. I also put some oats in with a beta-glucan rest, try and improve the mouthfeel, because I was thinking the alcohol level might be a little bit low, so a bit more flavour in there, a bit more mouthfeel. We'll see. And I used some dark crystal. I've got some dark crystal I got from the malt miller, and I used some of that as well. So it's a bit of all sorts really, you know, just chuck all the bits that I had left, and we'll see what happens. This is an example of my open fermentation as well. I usually leave the bucket off like this, the lid off the bucket, and when it dies down, this will be about as high as it goes. When it dies down, what I'll do is I'll chuck a lid on like this, and I don't clip it on, I just leave it on like that. Stops any flies and that getting in, but allows the CO2 to escape. So that's a quick vid of my beers. Hopefully you like my video. Cheers, I'll see you all later.